Good news. New research reveals that one single organ is responsible for almost all cases of high blood pressure. Contrary to what you may think, it's not the heart, the kidneys, the arteries, or any other cardiovascular organ. By addressing the one organ responsible, you can lower your blood pressure without medication starting today. And it doesn't matter if you're overweight, out of shape, or older than the dawn of time. In fact, you can lower your blood pressure from home in an extremely pleasurable, relaxing way. Not only will you lower your blood pressure, you'll also heal any damage already done to your arteries. And did I mention you'll avoid the side effects of medications? This is no mumbo-jumbo. What I'm about to share with you is based on research from some of the most respected health institutes in the world. But here's a fact you must understand first. You see, in 95% of cases, doctors have no idea what causes high blood pressure. Sure, they'll list some indicators like smoking, being overweight, lack of physical activity, too much salt, excess alcohol consumption, stress, aging, genetics, poor diet, and so on and so on. But almost always, if pushed, they'll have to admit that they have no idea what causes high blood pressure. I didn't make this up. It's clearly stated on the well-known doctor-run site, WebMD.com. So traditionally, you're pushed to treat your high blood pressure with drugs that can cause serious side effects, without anyone knowing what caused your high blood pressure in the first place. So how are they going to cure it? You can't fix anything when you don't know what caused it, can you? But wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. I was going to tell you about the one organ that causes almost all cases of high blood pressure. First, I should probably introduce myself and explain why you need to listen to me. I'm quite well known in the alternative health field. I'm the author of several books and thousands of research articles. Most importantly, my blood pressure used to average 185 over 129. Like you, I was almost guaranteed to suffer a heart attack, stroke, kidney failure, or some other sudden death brought on by high blood pressure. In fact, according to the World Health Organization, high blood pressure is the leading cause of death worldwide. Like a high-speed multi-car highway accident, high blood pressure will hit you without a warning, anytime, anywhere. So you understand how terrified I was, not just of dying, but of leaving my family behind without support. As an alternative health expert, I thought lowering my blood pressure would be an easy task. For a few months, I focused extensively on eating healthy, working out 5 times a week. At my next doctor's visit, my blood pressure was even higher. This was not just devastating for my health. It felt shameful considering my life's passion was natural health. Then, a new study came out. As I was flipping through the pages of the Journal of Hypertension, the official journal of the American Heart Association, I stumbled across a mind-blowing study. Everyone who participated in the study had been diagnosed with chronic, untreated high blood pressure. The solution was so simple I could hardly believe it. All the researchers asked the volunteers do was sit down and slow their breathing to 6 breaths per minute. 6 inhales and 6 exhales every minute for a few minutes. Nothing else. You can do this yourself right now. Why don't you pause for a minute, and as you sit still, slow down your breathing for a few breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feels great, doesn't it? And it doesn't cost a dime. The results were breathtaking. The average blood pressure in the group dropped from 150 over 83 to 141 over 78. All it took was a few minutes of slow breathing. Now the disappointment hit. Slow breathing definitely helped, but it wasn't enough to completely cure my high blood pressure. But it got me thinking that there was something to this. Since doctors have no idea what causes high blood pressure, who says the diet and exercise approach is the only alternative method? And who are they to say that medication is the best way to lower blood pressure? So I began digging, and I tell you, a can of worms opened. It all comes down to what we talked about in the beginning. The one organ responsible for almost all cases of high blood pressure. At this point, you've probably guessed it, right? The brain. Your brain controls everything in your body. Managing your blood pressure is one of its most challenging tasks. Nobody's blood pressure is stable throughout the day. It rocks up and down depending on activity. When you sit down, your brain tells your heart, arteries, and kidneys to lower your blood pressure. When you stand up, an immediate signal is sent to raise your blood pressure and pump more blood to your brain and muscles. Looking at a beautiful landscape or listening to relaxing music, your brain relaxes and sends out a lower blood pressure message. Fight with your spouse and a blood pressure spike message is sent, resulting in the release of truckloads of stress hormones. These blood pressure fluctuations happen thousands of times a day. The problem occurs when your brain is under stress for a longer period of time. This makes your high blood pressure chronic. What's worse, very often, you may be unaware of your high stress level, even if your body is overloaded with stress hormones. And it doesn't have to be emotional stress. You see, there are 4 different types of stress. Physical stress. Common flu causes a spike in stress hormones. So do long working hours, sleeplessness, and even intense workouts at the gym. Sensory stress. Traffic noise has been proven to raise blood pressure, as has watching too much TV. Emotional stress. The loss of a loved one, a divorce, an unhappy marriage, and money worries are a few examples of emotional stressors. Mental stress. Mental stress can put quite a strain on your brain and release stress hormones. Long-lasting, challenging work task is an example of mental stress. You can easily handle all these types of stress for short periods of time. But if stress lasts longer, it triggers your brain to constantly order the release of stress hormones, leading to chronic high blood pressure. Also, the 4 types of stress accumulate. So if someone is sick, loses their job, and gets divorced in the same week, their level of stress hormones would greatly increase. So, what's the solution? This is the method proven by tons of official studies to lower blood pressure without side effects. And this is what finally got my high blood pressure under control. Participant lowered his blood pressure from 153/93 to 106/70. That's from full-blown life-threatening hypertension to a healthy blood pressure. All in just a few short weeks. All without any diet changes, strenuous exercise, or medications. Plus, follow-up showed that the subject's blood pressures continued to drop over time. Here's another example. Hardening of arteries reversed. High blood pressure damages the arteries, causing them to harden. And hardened arteries restrict blood flow and gather plaque. This is the main reason high blood pressure is deadly. Within months, not only did they lower their blood pressure, they also reversed the hardening of their arteries. What's more, the risk is all mine. Click the order link below. If for whatever reason, or no reason at all, you're not 100% thrilled with the results, we'll refund you on the spot. Just use the contact link on this page or reply to the email we send you after you order. All I ask is that you contact us within 60 days of ordering, but it will never come to this. I want you to watch your blood pressure free fall to a healthy level. Feel energized like never before. Stop worrying about suffering a heart attack or stroke. And with your doctor's blessing, I want you to avoid the terrible side effects of blood pressure medications. Enjoy the rest of your long life without worry. I want you to be free to spend quality time with your spouse and family. Play with your grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Engage in physical activities and be independent. Your first step is to click the order button below and get your hands on these amazing blood pressure exercises right now. Remember, you're not alone. We're with you every step of the way. My in-house support team has one mission: do whatever it takes, within legal and moral limits, to make our clients happy. Because right now, you're facing 3 simple choices. Choice number 1, do nothing. Watch your blood pressure and health risks spike. You know this will almost unavoidably lead to a stroke, heart attack, kidney failure, or something worse. You'll worry about your health every day, knowing that each moment could be your last if your heart or head give in. Choice number 2, be a slave to medications for eternity. Yes, of course you should listen to your doctor, but do you want to be a slave to blood pressure medications for life? Or do you want to take action, cure yourself naturally, and get off meds? the side effects will slowly do you in. Here are just a few examples of side effects taken directly from a government-run website. Cough, diarrhea or constipation, dizziness or lightheadedness, nervousness, erectile dysfunction, exhaustion, feeling weak, drowsy, or lacking energy, headache, nausea or vomiting, skin rash, unintentional weight loss or gain. This will definitely help your high blood pressure. Thousands of people have benefited from them. They're effective, easy, and quick. Most importantly, they have no side effects. The choice is yours and yours alone. But make it now. The only thing that you can do to unload the chamber right now is to click the order button below and make this the best day of your life.